So what's up, man? What's your name?
Gerald.
And you have a YouTube channel or anything like that?
Yeah, YouTube channel is Chasing Success After Prison.
So what's your story? You said chasing success after prison. What's that all about?
Basically, it's just me putting together a video series, documenting just my experience coming home, just putting it out there for anybody that's coming home and curious about what their journey might be like coming home from prison.
And how old are you?
35.
And where are you from?
From Richmond, California, Bay Area, California.
Okay. And how long did you have to serve? How much time did you do in prison?
Did 26 months at a federal prison camp. Got home May 28th of 2019, so I've been home for probably about 16 months right now.
So what goes into chasing success? And what goes into chasing success after prison? Is it all something that you do on the back end, or is it all something that did it start for you from the beginning?
It actually started, man, before I even went into prison. Once I found out that I'd pretty much be going in, I know a lot of guys are on pretrial. I was on pretrial. So once I realized from pretrial that I'd be going in, I just decided to change my mindset there and just approach prison like I was going to school or going to college. So it started actually before I even went in, but it's a lot you got to do on the back end too. So it's a little bit of both.
And what was your routine like when you was in prison?
Man, I actually learned a routine in prison because they keep you so structured. But I did two sets. I look at it in terms of 2 terms. I did a little bit in California, a little bit in South Dakota. South Dakota is when I I had a routine in California too. My routine in California: wake up at 6, eat breakfast, go to my job, do that for an hour and a half. I had about a 3-hour break in between my work. We ate lunch, and then during that 3-hour break also I'd work out. So every single day between like 9:30 and maybe 11:30 I'd be working out. Then we'd go eat. Then the evening, then I ate dinner. Then the evening time was all library. I spent about 3 hours in the library, and I had like a task list. I studied vocab. I spent a little bit of time reading, and also spent some time studying.
All right, so you mentioned that you was working out in there. What type of workouts was you guys doing in the prison camp?
We didn't have any weights, so it was just pretty much all calisthenics. It probably prepped me up for the things that we're doing right now, the same type of work we're doing right now.
So basically, you've been doing kind of body weight exercises, calisthenic exercises, what, for the past 3 years now?
Yeah, it was a little bit of weights incorporated with it, but for the most part, definitely while I was in California, it was all calisthenics, and it was like makeshift calisthenics. We didn't have
all these bars or anything like that.
We was doing pull-ups off the back of basketball courts. We was doing what do you call these, shoulder shrugs or something like that. Doing that with like we had a weight that we put inside a net, and we would be doing things like that, a bunch of different stuff.
So so as far as calisthenics goes, I know you've been focusing more on the calisthenics since you've been home. What do you think that you gained from doing calisthenics in general as a workout?
To me, it's a little bit tougher, just because if you're not used to it, definitely tougher because you're actually pulling your body weight, and that's just anytime you switching up and doing something different, you're gonna have that learning curve. So it's tougher, but also I feel like, man, you mentioned it. It's kind of, since it's all your body weight, I feel like there is a little bit more mind control that kind of goes into it also. So
mind-muscle connection.
Yeah, mind-muscle connection, exactly.
Yeah. And then as far as like your learning curve, because I just been peeping your progress from the last time I came out here.
I was burned out.
Last time I came out here, you was out of shape.
Yeah.
And now you ripped up. You know what I mean? You done got in great shape.
Yeah.
You doing muscle ups now. You wasn't doing them before.
Yeah.
And you making rapid progress. What do you think it's been? What do you think the ingredients have been to, number one, your physical progress on the workouts, your improvements on the workouts, doing different types of exercises and different things like that, and number two, your physique in terms of how do you get lean and all that type of stuff? You know what I mean? Because you weren't as lean the last time I came out here, and you definitely was nowhere near as strong.
Yeah, I think the major thing that's contributed to it is probably just me having a stable work schedule. Before, I was kind of up and down with work, so it was kind of hard to find that set time to come out here every day. Now that my job is Monday through Friday, I'm working the same hours, I can kind of build on that routine. I know what I'm going to be doing every day. You know, it's not a guess. So having that consistency and that routine, I feel like has allowed me to come out here and just kind of have more progress because I'm doing it every day now.
What about the diet? What type of shit is you eating?
Oh, man, the diet, I've been doing a little bit of intermittent fasting.
Sure.
Didn't start off doing, like, I'm doing 16 to 18 now.
Still good.
Started out with 12 though, then I worked my way up to 14, 15, 16. Been doing that, and I also, I cut out meat a little bit. I stopped eating as much beef and pork. I've been focusing just on fish, really. From time to time, I have some chicken. But I'm eating a lot more veggies. I just cleaned up my breakfast, cleaned up my dinners, and I'm eating a lot more fruit. So.
Okay. And then you mentioned that your work schedule. So coming out of prison, a lot, at least from the outside looking in, from somebody who's never been in prison, never been to jail, doesn't have a criminal record, I always would think that it'd be extremely difficult to find a job coming out of prison. What do you say about that? Because for me, looking at your situation, and this has actually been during the pandemic when a lot of people are struggling, or say they're struggling to find jobs. I've seen you've been leveling up jobs the entire time. You speak on that.
Yeah, well, coming home from prison, I mean, it depends on where you at, I guess. Here in the Bay Area, and I think probably any large city, you're not gonna have a problem finding a job. It might not be the job you want, but you can get a job. Like, I started out at a grocery store. I realized I needed more money coming in, so I picked up a second job at an office supply store. Then I went on to work for this transit company here. That's a local transit company here in the Bay Area, and it was a unionized job, so that was another level up. But during that whole time, I knew I wanted something that I could fall back on, I could lean on, so I started getting these certifications so I could get into a specific trade. And then basically, after spending about 6-7 months doing that, I applied for the apprenticeship. I got in. So you can do it. It's just like, man, it's persistence, and you have to operate with a plan and be patient because it's not going to happen overnight.
And as far as just getting into a trade, is that something that you would recommend for somebody who's coming home, or just anybody in general?
Definitely. Like, I say it's important for guys. Like, if you're a white collar dude, I feel like they kind of have an easier time transitioning outside of prison just because they have that professional background and experience. For a lot of guys who might have been in there on drug crimes, you might have never had a job. So a trade is a good way to go because you could get a little bit of hands-on experience and you could jump in there and make really good money. And they don't really care about, for the most part, they don't really care about your background. If you could do the work, if you have any type of experience, they're gonna give you a shot.
All right, so I'm gonna leave the link to G's YouTube channel, and also you can go ahead and let the people know what your Instagram page is.
Yeah, Instagram is GKRB16. I'm gonna start a new one pretty soon, but for right now you can find me there, and I'll put a link to my new Instagram.
And also, what kind of content are you planning to provide on these social medias?
On Instagram, I'm pretty much just gonna just kind of, I guess, post my lifestyle. Like, I work out. I try to stay in tune with just my body, mind, and everything. And then also I try to stay on task in terms of operating with a schedule, having my goals and everything. On YouTube, it's just gonna be my experience coming home from prison. But I'm gonna slowly start incorporating other things too. But you're just gonna get what it's like to live my life coming home after prison, trying to chase success, basically.
All right, for sure. Thanks for the interview, G.
Yeah, I appreciate it.